So there's the Christmas scraps and the rabbit poo and bedding for the rabbits. It's gone into the compost with a bit of paper. I'm going to put some more carbon on top of that later. So you mix, really, you want to be mixing the carbon, wood shavings, paper, that kind of thing, and then a layer of kitchen scraps. Potato peelings, carrot peelings, shavings, whatever you've got. There's some grapes in there, as you can see, and even some of this tangerine peels, which I'm going to take some of those out actually, because the worms aren't over keen on that. But yeah, there's some eggshells, not even crushed up, just chucked in. Just keep building it up. I'm going to clear out the greenhouse as well, the lady farmer's greenhouse. And I'm going to throw all that stuff in as well, all the spent stuff. I'll top it off with that actually. It's cold this morning, but that should warm me up, shouldn't it? Eh? Just disturbed this guy. He just came flying out as I was cleaning out the greenhouse. So I'm going to have to find somewhere for him to hibernate. Beauty, isn't it? Okay, so 20 minutes later, and it's emptied. That's the lady farmer's greenhouse. There's the grapevine. I'm going to take all the leaves off that. Perhaps not today though, no big rush. I've taken out as many of the weeds as I can. There was some weeds over there and growing between the cracks in the decking, and in that corner there as well. A few weeds knocking around. The glass I'm going to leave until February, probably the back end of February, because this green verdigris, whatever it is, tends to grow back quite quickly. You'll clean it and then in a month's time it'll be back again. So I'm going to give it a good clean before the season really starts. Probably back end of February, beginning of March. I'll get all that glass cleaned as well and continue on. But that's empty now anyway, so that's one job done. And all the pots that had soil in, all the soil is in there, and all the stems and foliage off the plant or plants I've stuck into there. So I'm going to scoop up that that's fell out the bottom, put it in the top there, and let it keep going down. Excuse me. Now, if you remember a couple of episodes ago, me and Magical Michael were collecting trampolines, and we collected 2 trampolines. And I've just measured the diameter of the trampoline, or one of the hoops, and it's 10 foot, so it's a 10-foot trampoline. I'm going to check the other one, make sure that's a 10-foot trampoline as well, otherwise you'll catch me in a state of embarrassment. And but I think it is. I think they're both the same size. So yeah, I've just measured it, which means that from the top to where the tape is will be, I'm guessing, 5 feet, will it? Let's just check and find out. Right, so there are 8 curved sections, and that is 5 foot then from the top to the. So I'd put 5 on, which is wrong, isn't it? So I put 8 now. So there are 8 curved sections. Not got me too thin again, boys and girls. You'll be happy to hear. And that comes to your 10 foot. 10 foot. So it's only going to be 5 foot high, that. So for the scaffold poles, oh my god. The scaffold poles will need to be, if I get a 21 footer, which I think they do come in 21 foot scaffold tubes rather than poles, then that'll be 5 foot 3 inches extra down the side, 2 foot 3 probably into the ground, so that'll be 7 feet high. Might not need that actually, might not need so much in the ground. I want to get it about at least 7 foot high, but with the flat sides, it won't be too bad. That'll be about right, that. So I need 2 scaffold poles, scaffold tubes, that they can slot into. So the curved can slot into the scaffold poles, because they're going to be slightly wider than that, the scaffold poles, I'm hoping, fingers crossed. And in they'll go, probably go in the, I'll have to take that off, won't I? I'll have to get rid of that somewhere. It's definitely doable, because Mick's done it. Over there, he's certainly done it. Okay. And then, so yeah, those sides are going to be about, we can get 3 feet out of the ground, something like that. Because it's going to be braced up as well with the other poles that we've got over there. So it shouldn't be too bad. It's just that that's in the way. Because you want about 6 inches, I'm guessing. It's at least 6 inches into the poles. The bloody tubes, not poles, tubes, the scaffold tubing. And then, you know, bolt through so as it's attached. So I'll get a steel bit, make a hole, bolt it through to the scaffold pole. I'm talking it through myself in my head here now, and there you go. So, but we'll need to have 8 of those uprights. So yeah, that'll be 2 21-footers. If I can get hold of my mate Nick Bate, see if he can give us a couple or sell us a couple, and we'll chop them down on site so that they'll go into the car. Jobs are good. Alright, so that's me for today. No tooth again, as usual. God. But yeah, 10-foot ones then. Doesn't matter, does it? 10 foot will be alright. 2-foot path, key holes cut into it, down the middle. Plenty of growing room there for all our endeavours. Big shout out to Pag the Drum today. He's been sending us some poems down below, and I'm going to do a separate little episode on Pag's poems. He is the people's poet. Check him out, Pag the Drum. Like him, good man, top banana. So yeah, I'm going back to the house now, so I'll see you all later on. If I don't see you before New Year, have a cracking New Year, but probably you will be seeing me before New Year, because I'm going to be down here most days until New Year. Back on the 2nd, you see, back on the day after New Year's Day, the 2nd of January, back in work. So yeah, hopefully this won't take as long to upload as the one I did yesterday, because that took over 14 hours for a 7-minute video to upload onto YouTube. I think it's because I'm insisting to use the YouTube Classic uploader, and they want you to use the new one. That's the feeling I'm getting. If anybody else is getting that, let me know in the comments below. Please comment, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Keep growing with your head down, boys and girls. Ta-da!